Oh, it says it has on the screen. We just have to wait and hope, won't we? Oh, bunnies. Oh, Gerry, you got butt blocked. Poor little Banu. Don't worry, I've got more where that came from. These are like the colour of golden poos. They're very lovely. Good morning, Zara. Good morning, Palin and Elusive and Sparky and Thomas and Tritopus. How are you all doing? How's it going? I got a bit confused because I was putting in the title for the stream and the title went in okay, but I put in the the category, and then I turned my phone on my side, on my side. I'd turn on my side. I turned the phone on its side, and every time I did that, it would go back to what it had been. So I'd put in animals, aquariums, and zoos. And it would be like, yep, and then I'd turn it on its side, and it would go back to being whatever the last demo I was playing, and I was like, why? So then I was like, do you know what? I'll just go live, and a mod can change it. But then it changed back again, so I think it's okay. Good morning, Turkey and Ginge, and Napoleon and Joe, and Poundland PC and Mundy and Achencho and Robin Mazaira. How are you all doing? How's it going? I apologise if I'm a bit snuffly. I think I am coming down with a cold, annoyingly. I think something has taken hold or is in the process. If you turn the phone now, you'd get a very tiny screen. Good morning, Ravine. Good morning, Ben's fan. Good morning, Rob. And my new TV arrives today. Very excited. It's been 10 years since my last upgrade. Ah. Oh, what are you going to watch first on your new TV? You just got COVID. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. I got a cold earlier this week and now I'm getting better, but it's also storming here. Oh, jeez. Would you keep an eye on my hole? Keep an eye on it. It's the kindest thing you can do. So yesterday, I'm so sorry that this week has been all over the place, schedule-wise. Basically, there's just been stuff like when I was away, I got asked, like towards the end, I got asked to do a brand deal that was meant to be on this Tuesday. And then I got asked to do a recording on Wednesday. And then I was told, no, actually, there's someone who can't do Wednesday. Can you do Tuesday instead? And I was like, okay, let me find out about this brand deal. So I was like, definitely no recording Wednesday, possible brand deal Tuesday, but also possible recording. So then it turned out that the brand deal got pushed to Thursday. So I was like, I can do the recording on Tuesday. Then I got asked to do a different recording on Wednesday. But then the recording I was doing on Wednesday, other people were like, we're going to do this. So then they dropped out. So then I got asked to do Silas's recording on Wednesday. And I was like, no, sorry, I said yes to this one now. Then the brand deal fell through and has been postponed till November. So just all week I've been like, okay, my week is this, 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 and this. And it's been like, no, wait, no, now it's this, that, this, and this. Now it's that, this, and this. And I'm just like, huh? So the schedule has just been like changing constantly because I'll get a message and be like, oh, actually, no, this has been moved to here. And I'm just like, no, it's not Silas's fault at all. Silas very lovelily invited me to a recording on Tuesday, so I got to do my first TTT for a while. And to be honest, I had forgotten how to play. I forgot the button for throwing your gun away. And at that point, I was too scared to ask, so I just kept whatever I had the whole time. So yeah, it was I didn't do my best work. But then the recording yesterday was very fun. And hopefully the brand deal will happen eventually. it's one of those things that sometimes when I'm changing the schedule every day, I'm thinking, they must think I'm being really, like, indecisive, when really it was just everything else. I was like, okay, what am I doing now? What happened? Um, so yeah. Oh, ooey, Brandil, I wish. I wish. The recording yesterday, I did a mystery quest. Um, so I'm not sure what the turnaround time is for mystery quests. I think it's only like 3 weeks or so, or maybe more. I guess if they're doing, actually, it might be longer at this time of year, because I guess if I don't know how much people are getting ahead for Jingle Jam and stuff. But yeah, I did one of those, which was so much fun. Oh my gosh, lots of giggles, from me, from me anyway. And it was a system that I loved. I won't give away what it was, but oh my gosh, I am like so keen to do more in that system. But yes, maybe I can persuade someone to do it. I think Jerry's settled under there. You're rescuing me from the boringness at work. Got zero work stuff to do. Start making your own tasks. Send yourself on a quest. I played a demo last night. I just finished your Call of Cthulhu episodes this week. Oh my gosh. That was an intense one. I love, like, I'm so happy that I've been asked to do a couple of mystery quests, because I love doing one shots. I don't really have the, like, time, or maybe I would have the time, but I've not really found like a group to do a long campaign with where it's worked out. So getting to do one shots makes me so happy. Because like my nose just squeaked. Purr. But like yeah, getting to just do one shots is like, just makes me very, because I love doing TTRPGs so much, but it can be difficult to like arrange and get people to do, etc. So I get jealous of people who just have a regular group, and they all have a regular time that works out for them. It must be, because it would be very nice to sniff. It would be very nice to get more invested in a character. And because I do get that thing when I do one shots where you start off and then you make a decision. Like the first 2 decisions that you make as a character in a one shot, I feel like you will regret later and be like, no, the character wouldn't have done that. Unless you go in with like a really clear idea of who you are. I think there's always that like, no, I would have done that differently. So it must be nice to do like a longer campaign and be able to smooth those things out a bit more. Bobby Apples. Was he called Bobby? Was it Bobby Appledore or something? My Lord of the Rings character. That was good fun. But yeah. Oh, it was good times. Good times, good morning, in the centre. I had a regular group for about 4 years, and now that time that works out for them is not something we ever seem to have. Oh no, it's like that thing where people say what it's like trying to get a roleplay group together, and it's the Tom Scott thing of him being like, I'm in a space rocket, I'm up a tree, I'm in the world's largest. You're like, oh, no one's free. Jerry just came over for smushies. He's he didn't get many smushes yesterday because I was out all day. So I think he's a bit cuddly today, bless him. Like herding cats, it is. It would be nice to be able to meet up in person for a group as well, I think. I do struggle a bit doing things online because if I have a second monitor, my mind drifts so much. Like, I don't mean it to. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, but it's just such a natural, like, I guess because when you use the same computer space for like work and everything else, I'll immediately just be like, oh, I'll just reply to this message. I'll just send this email. Oh, I did mean to do this. And then, you know, my mind is off into work mode. Etsy always open on the second monitor. I'll tell you what now, Rob, it's Vinted. Vinted has its hold on me. I bought all of my Halloween costume on Vinted. Because I was like, I can just buy all the individual parts and put it together. Although part of it arrived yesterday, and in the photo it looked black, but it turned up and it's green. And I'm like, oh no. So I don't know whether to try and dye it or whether to... Oh! Alulaba, thank you very much for the raid. Good morning. What were you up to? Or good whatever time of day it is for you. But yeah, I don't know whether to try and change it to black or whether to I find my numbing mobile game helps occupy that bit of the brain that helps keep me concentrating. This is what I was saying to Tom yesterday, because I was doodling my character whilst he was talking, and I was like, just so you know, me doodling is how I concentrate, so it's not that I'm not listening. If anything, if I'm looking down doodling, my ear is more turned towards you than if I'm looking at you. Because, yeah, it just helps focus it a bit more. You play Minecraft? Oh, nice. Cute. I saw this thing yesterday where someone had made these tiny little magnetic paper blocks of Minecraft things, and they built like a little house out of it. And it was so well done. It was so cute. I was thinking that would be really good for TTRPGs, just to be able to like build up, build up little scenarios and show people moving around them. I'm similar during book club. I can't just sit there talking, listening. Yeah, that's why I always have to be like opening up other links and sharing stuff to keep me focused. I hope I finished the book club like a week and a half early. I've read another book since then, so I'm slightly worried that it slipped my mind a bit. I have to refresh myself with the book club book this weekend. But I had a night where I couldn't sleep the other night, and I was like, do you know what? Instead of lying in bed driving myself mad, I'm going to get up and I'm going to read. And I literally read like 150 pages, and then it got to 3:30 in the morning, and I was like, I should probably just try and get to bed now anyway. And then I finished the book the next day. So I just consumed a book. It was sort of like trashy fantasy, so it was quite easy reading. But now I was meaning to only read horror books in October, so I have slightly broken that by reading that interim book, but I can go into another horror as well. But yeah, the one you mentioned in Comfort Zone, not the Minotaur one. No. Have you had Shadow of the Wind? No, that doesn't ring any bells. I wanted to, because I got Sleepy Hollow out from the library, and I looked for a Stephen King book, but they only had like really thick hardback ones, and I was like, I don't really want a thick hardback one, but I was thinking I might try to read a Stephen King book. There's a really cool creepy atmosphere. 30 Barcelona setting. Ah. Now you said Vinted, I'm on it. That's the thing. This is so, like, I love browsing Vinted. Because sometimes it's really useful. Sometimes it's really weird. And I love that for it. He did some short stories. Well, I was thinking I might try Salem's Lot, but I don't really want to read hardback because I can't fit it in my bag. My book club was about to start Shadows of the Wind for about a year now. Oh no. The other one I was tempted to read was Tender is the Flesh. But I feel like, because it's about a world where some humans are harvested for meat. And part of me is like, if I read that, am I just going to be upset? Would it be better to read it as someone who eats meat to sort of be able to empathize more with animals that go through what those people are going through? But then I was like, is it just going to upset me? Because is it like preaching to the choir sort of thing? I went to George yesterday and got a history book, as if it covers the Lord of the Rings, because I've never had my own. Oh, nice. Nice. It's not about convincing people to eat people, no. No. I feel the hardback versus paperback late saga is just going to get book nerds to spend more. Yeah, that's the thing. It really bothers me how long it takes. Because sometimes it can be like 10 months before the paperback version comes out. And it's like... Wait, sorry. My mind completely wandered for a second then. Yeah, it's frustrating. Because, like, there's so much lovely. Look at this. Look at this. I am become Gerry. He's very much molting at the moment. But yeah, there are like 2 books now that I'm waiting for to come out in paperback when I've already when the hardback is out, and it's just frustrating because I've got all of the Mythos books in paperback, so I don't really now want to buy the Odyssey in hardback and have them not look pretty on the shelf together. So I shall wait. And also, yeah, like I said, I just like being able to... I feel like hardbacks are for looking nice on a bookshelf and for reading at home, whereas paperbacks are for carrying around with you and shoving in your bag. And that is the sort of reader I am, is the more shove in your bag, read out and about, read on the bus type reader. But yeah. Well, when I say it's about eating people, I mean it's eating people in there is what's the word? Like a factory farmed type way. Like a industrial scale type thing. I think Nowsy's reading it at the moment. So yeah. I have a mixture of paperback and hardback Discworld books because of release date shenanigans, and it bugs me so much. Oh no. I really want to read more Discworld. I have so many more that I've just not read. You okay, Fifi? But yeah. I just read on Kindle now because otherwise my house would be books. That's the thing as well, is I really need to get rid of some books. Because my shelves are filling up too much now. I need to make some decisions, give some books away, take them to the Oxfam bookshop. But if I set foot in an Oxfam bookshop, I'm coming home with books. So that's the problem. It makes it very difficult. It's more of an exchange system, like a very slow, expensive library. But yeah. But the good news is, now I did read that trashy fantasy, is that my I only have one more book left on my reading goal for the year. So as long as I read the November book club book, I am done. I am done. But yeah, I reckon I can. Stephen King's Night Shift is short stories, but starts with Jerusalem's lot, so that's close. Are they both lots? Tempted to get one of the new Kindles for New Year's and pretend it would change my life. Oh, the my life, my ways. The new like color ones. I've never really been a Kindle reader. Maybe because I've never had a Kindle, but I also do like just holding Fairly books. I guess it feels nice to be away from a screen when I'm reading, but I guess I'd probably adjust to it. The November book is I'm pretty sure it's an Agatha Christie book. Something Paddington, something, something. I think it's got a number in it. It's pinned in the book club channel, but I think it's like the 3:10 to Paddington or something like that. But I cannot remember. But yeah. I like Philly books, but I get a Kindle one if the price is right. Yeah, that's fair dues. I can see the sense in having them. That they are like, yeah. It takes up a lot less space, and it is probably better for the environment as well than having printed books. I read every Agatha Christie book as a kid. I've only read, I think I've only read one. Ben's fan, thank you very much for gifting subs to Ego Punk and Sanyo. Thank you. That is very kind of you. Then you can read all the trashy Minotaur books and no one will see. That's true. Oh my gosh, yeah. The book I was reading. So it wasn't like smutty or anything, but it had like the inevitable enemies to lovers scene in it. And it was happening when I was reading it on the bus home, and I was sat really close to this lady, and I was like, I'm going to stop reading now. Because I don't want her looking across and being like, oh my, what are you reading? Oh dear, dear. So I had to, whereas I guess you'd still get that on a Kindle. They could. I got an Amazon notification on my phone recommending that Minotaur book. Oh no. Maybe it's a sign that you should read it, Rob. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. But yeah, I need to decide what to read next. I probably should just read one of the many books in my to-read list that I have already bought. But I also just have this urge to read a horror-y book, I guess, because 'tis the season to be spoopy. But yeah. But yes. I'm gonna read it. I reckon it'll be a laugh. You can let me know if it's a good one. I was thinking, actually, I'm very tempted to do like a spoopy reading stream, because a lot of sorry, I got distracted with Jerry's floof. I was looking at things like Sleepy Hollow, and they're in public domain now because I think Washington Irvine or whoever died in 1960. So yeah, I think there must be a few. And they're like short stories as well. Those ones. It's okay, Jerry. There's roadworks outside. So every time something happens out there, his little ears are going up. He's like, oh. It's okay, baby boy. You are safe. You are safe here. I protect. But yeah, I think there were only like 30 odd pages. I don't think there's much to them. Can you do it at bedtime so I can fall asleep? Well, it's difficult. Everyone has different bedtimes. So I guess you just have to, even if I did it at bedtime thingy. Oh, wait, not died. Became public domain in 1960, I think. But yeah, I am. If you do like what you call it, do it at UK bedtime, there'll be waking up time for other people. Wish I was public domain. What, so other people could make decisions for you. Read till the whole Discord is asleep. Oh no. But yeah, which is Pride and Prejudice is one I've always been tempted to try and read on stream. But that would obviously take quite a few sessions as it is a much longer book. But it is also public domain and also one of my favourite stories. I finished it again the other day, just the audiobook, so I started listening to Sense and Sensibility instead, and I was like, oh, I just miss Pride and Prejudice again. Not the zombies one, the proper one. Is remember when Mark Hughes did reading streams but not out loud? Yeah, he just did it to get up his reading time, just to force himself to concentrate on reading. I guess that's like a Pomodoro stream or whatever they called. Is there a saucy Pride and Prejudice? I mean, I guess, is that what Bridgerton was intending to be? Like a saucy Jane Austen? I mean, it's nowhere near as... Well, I've not read the books, to be fair, but it's nowhere near as good. What about Persuasion? Well, I do like all the other ones, but Pride and Prejudice is my favourite. Persuasion is good, though. The Netflix one about it is not. It is so trash. But I don't know, to each their own. Some people like the Pride and Prejudice film, so I guess some people are just wrong and that's okay. That just reminds me of his banners, crimson. Yeah. Oh, I love that guy. Wench. But just, I mean, there are so many things in Pride and Prejudice that I would love to see change. Like, one of my favorite things to do is actually think through how I would change the story if I was friends with Jane Austen and I could persuade her to do it differently. How would I do it? But every time I come back to leaving it exactly how it is. But yeah, but yes, I do love it. Is wench just how we say when, like wenge? Wenge will it happen? That reminds me. You would change Pride and Prejudice. Well, yeah, because my thinking is that Mary would be such a better match with Mr. Collins, and then Miss Lucas could have a much better partner, mayhaps even with Colonel Fitzwilliam, maybe. But then I was like, but at what stage would Elizabeth get to read that letter from Darcy if she wasn't, because I don't think she would go and visit Mary when she gets married as she does Miss Lucas. So I'm just like, when would that happen? if the story was changed. But Mary would get a happier ending. But yeah, I've tried to like think through it logically, like what would take her there. But I was thinking maybe she would be persuaded. Maybe it would just be that she gets so fed up with her mother that she decides to go and visit her, or maybe marriage persuades Mary to be more social and she does invite her sisters down there. But yeah, I do like to think about it. Isn't Mary like Austen's self-insert though? Maybe that's true. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like she would not be opposed to marrying Mr. Collins like all the others are. I feel like her sensibilities are more in line with his character than anyone else's. And I guess there is just that element of, I don't know, maybe it's just that I'm more smushy and I like it when they marry for love, whereas the Collins marriage is one of convenience and position, and I'm just like, meh. But anyway, I could talk about Pride and Prejudice for a very long time, but I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. But yeah, I love Jane Austen books. Good morning, B. I think I've read all but one. And I'll get around to it one day. Do you like Emma? Yes. Like, every time I read Emma, the scene at the picnic where she says, you know, the thing about like, oh, I think you would struggle to limit yourself to 3. That upsets me every time. And I have to power through that bit. But other than that, I love it. And I think the ending is one of my favourites when you sort of brush over the age difference and just focus on them being in love. Northanger Abbey is one of Jane Austen's most interesting books, I think. I think that is so interesting in that it's, I don't know, it almost in a way like breaks the fourth wall with its critique of critics. So I think, yeah, that is a very interesting one. I just loved them all. But yeah, I very much recommend reading Jane Austen books. I think they get written off as just being like, I don't know, people think that they are just like a bit a bit nothing, but she has such an interesting like voice and commentary on things that maybe are still like, and the drama, yeah. I think one of my favorite like wrappings up to a book is in Mansfield Park, where the drama just gets to such a point where she's like, well, let's not dwell on this now, and she just gives like a really succinct, like, this happened, then this happened, then this happened, everything's fine now, so don't worry about it. And you're just like, oh, because it just builds up into such a tangle. But yeah, they are very good. She writes characters very well. Bodice Rippers are back thanks to Jilly Cooper movie. Yeah, wait, was there a movie? I've been abandoned by the bunnies. Gerry is in he tunnel. He doesn't want cuddles anymore. Whatever am I to do? I really need to tidy the bunnies' room. It's got so messy recently because I've just been like, well, away doing holiday. And it's just built up. Hear me out. Wait, move? Me move? Just move house? Gerry will be back. He'll be back. He knows I've got treats. And I think he wants to poo as well. He's got the look of a... Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. Oh. Coco, it's your time to shine. You can entertain us. Good morning, Mexicos. I feel like I could already use another holiday. That's the problem with coming back from holidays. You get so thrown into everything, you're suddenly like, oh, geez, could use a day off. One of my favourite food places is closing down this weekend. So that's sad. Which I need to tell Arne all about, actually.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
That's okay. You don't have to help me. I wasn't really asking for help, but thank you. And then they did say that they might do some home deliveries. Ah, Fifi! Fifi! Fifi? I think because the roadworks have got really loud outside, Fifi is just sat in the maze. I don't know if you probably can't hear her thumping, but she's just sat in her maze thumping. But yeah, I think it's just the bloody Cosy lives mixed with Brexit. It's just become so difficult for independent businesses to stay open in Bristol now. The rent is ridiculous. The cost of ordering just stuff is so high. So yeah, really gotta support independent places. I just need to go and eat more food. I think that's the she's still just thumping, bless her. So yeah, I think just like supplies are so spenny, and then everything else. We're not going to have anything left. Perhaps the distraction is not... Well, wait, I'll give Gerry a minute on the loo. I think he's still pooping. But yeah, it would be nice if more places could stay open. It would be nice in Bristol just because... I think Bristol's more expensive than Bath now, and Bath is like the posh one, so that is just ridiculous. But yeah. Okay. Is Gerry finished? Gerry! No, he's still pooping. Gerry! I don't want to interrupt his poops. I was looking at, the other day, what do you call it? But does Bristol have that nice bathwater? Precisely, no. Bath is much fancier. Puck, thank you very much for the 21 months. 21 months of duck. A lovely duck. Bristol has stinky harbour water. Nowhere near as posh. And yet the cost of housing is ridiculous. To the point where if we were to be buying our house now, we couldn't afford to buy it from ourselves. It's ridiculous. We're lucky we got in when we did. And that we can still be in. But yes. Okay. Let's see if I can call him over now. Gerry! What if I hit the bowl? Gerry? No! I think the roadworks just have them spooked. Come on, Gerry! There we go. You might be able to hear some munchings over the sound of the cranes. Oh, Fifi is okay. Oh, poor Fifi. Do you know when this little soggy bit of dill? No, that's okay. That's okay, Gerry boy. You don't have to. Oh, look at he. I tried the new demo last night for this game called, I think it's called like Kletka or something. But it's an interesting one. It's sort of a bit like Lethal Company-ish. But basically you go in this lift, and the lift is alive. It has these massive teeth above you, and it's all weird and fleshy. And then you just like go down levels, and you have to find different things, and the lower you go, the scarier it gets. Come on, and owls. And you have to like find fuel for the lift, and also like you can find cogs for the upgrades, and it's really weird. The trailer for it was like didn't really match the energy of the game, because it has this real like club music over the top. But yeah, I recommend trying it if you're a fan of Lethal Company. It's not really like as monstery, but I feel like there are. I did see one monster guy, but what game is this? I think it's called Kletka, like Kletka. I think it's something like that. It's only got a demo at the moment, but I think it's like 4 players, and it's really weird. But I like it. And then you get to certain points where if you run low on fuel, the lift will just be like, I am hungry, and then it'll eat one of you if you don't move quick enough. Is it Scandinavian? That I don't know. I don't know anything about the game devs or anything. But it just happened to be, we were just playing through horror demos, like co-op horror demos last night. And one of my friends suggested that one, so we gave it a go. We ended up playing it through so many times. But yeah, it is good. But just very strange. There were times when like random people would show up, and we weren't sure if they were like we weren't sure if they were like just part of the game or if it was someone who had actually got into our lobby, because it wasn't passworded or anything. So we were like, is this a random person? And we were trying to talk to them, and then they were just attacking us. So we were like, okay, we're pretty sure they're just in the game. But it was really weird. We were looking at Pilgrim last night as well, but because it didn't have a demo, it was just like buying it. We whatchamacallit, we ended up playing the Kletka one instead, but yeah, it's good. We played for like a long time and it was only on demo. Any spoilers for your recent recordings? To be honest, I don't really remember anything that happened in TTT enough to even report if anything happened. I don't remember it. I don't think I did anything particularly good. I don't know if I did anything particularly bad. I was just there. Oh, there was one thing that I did that I was like, oh, I wish I had have been more patient. But by the time the recording comes out, I would have forgotten everything about it anyway. But yes. And I'm recording Comfort Zone today, which will be the first time in like 2 or 3 weeks. So that'll be nice. We need to start. We got ahead because I was like, you're supposed to say I did this amazing thing, but they cut it from the video. That has happened a couple of times. And because people always think I'm so bad, which I am, it really bothers me when I'm like, I know I did something good and it just didn't make it into the video. But yeah. But yes. I think the next TTT that comes out has me doing something accidentally good, and I was sort of half meaning to do it, but I think it's the next one. You sort of lose track of when things happened and when they are being released. Fifi. Because I think at the moment we might be recording stuff that isn't coming out until next year. So it's like, that gives you an idea of the time frame. So when an episode comes out and people are like, oh my gosh, this thing, and they like quote something, I'm like, I have no memory of this place. This is all a distant memory to me. But yeah. But yes. Gerry, you cozy squished in your corner. You're right up against that chair leg. It looks like he has something on the bottom of his foot and I want to move it, but he'd be very upset with me if I did. I'll just let him do it in his own time. So yeah, today I was gonna start Mass Effect 3, but part of me is like, should I wait? Should I, because it's just one day of the week this week, should I should I play a one-off game and then start it next week instead. But then I'm really busy next week, annoyingly. There's a thing going on that I can't talk about, that I don't know how much. And then on Thursday, we've got the Halloween crafts. Oh, yeah, and at some point, I need to find time to do a little fundraiser. And at some point, I need to find time to finish off my fundraiser redemptions from the last fundraiser. So it's all a bit like, oh. But yeah, Brandy doesn't watch the Yogscast. I don't. I don't have time. Sorry. You've been doing pretty good in the news server. In all but one innocent row, you have a 50% on great win rate. Oh. I feel like it would be higher if all of the rounds were included. Just saying. Just saying. Because I've definitely had some wins that have been cut. So I think... Oh, you are staying there. I was getting up because I thought you were moving. I would like to play Broken Sword 2 as well. Not long till Jingle Jam. I was really happy the other day because someone did a post on the subreddit saying, what was your favourite thing about last year's Jingle Jam? And 2 people said my Jingle Cats, and I was like, ah! Thank you. So yeah, that's very sweet. I was thinking about whether to do one this year, but I think I just went in too hard. So I don't think I should. I don't want to be compared to myself. So I think I better just leave it. I hope Jiggle Belly Cat does another one this year though. Because it's like Nina trying to top the cat's picture, yeah. Yeah. I've got a dumb joke I want to make by linking a YouTube video which is Mass Effect relevant, so I'd be madly disappointed if I couldn't be there. Oh. Let somebody else win this. There's so much I want to be doing. I really want to take part in the Blue Cross's Hallow stream, so I need to play a spoopy game at some point to do that. I was thinking of maybe doing an evening stream and forcing Rob to play Phasmo with me. I don't know if Rob knows this yet, but that's my plan. Oh, thank you for the follow. But yeah, or I might find something else to do. I don't know. I was wondering about maybe doing some like Halloween baking. Make some little cupcakes or something. But I don't know. I've been abandoned by both the bunnies again. Do. Keep an eye on them here. Pumpkin pie. Maybe not pumpkin pie, but maybe something like cookies or cupcakes where people could suggest decorations and stuff. Maybe that would be nice. And then if I did it on a day that I could then take them into the craft stream, which will be on the Thursday, because I always find that if I like bake a lot of stuff and I'm like, well, I'm not going to get through all this, so it's nice to take it into the office. But yeah, I need to... Oh, I was just about to say I need to summon a bunny, but you've summoned yourself. Hello. Hi. You're a bit less disturbed now the noises have stopped? Yeah. I think you've got hay on the underside of your chin, but you're not going to let me get that, are you? No. I've got a dentist appointment on Halloween. Oh, geez. You better hope it's not like the Little Shop of Horrors dentist. But yeah, I was looking up like cute Halloween recipes yesterday. for... You frighten them up with her thumping. She did. Your water's getting turned off for Halloween? Wait, what? Is it getting turned back on again? Hi. A maintenance thing. Oh, okay. Well, at least you know nothing can come up through the sewers. Imagine all the dentist have all costumes at work that day. Yeah. Dear, oh dear. Sniffer. Gerry's really going to town on something over there. I'm not sure what. I don't know what he's up to. Fifi, you gonna go investigate? Do I hear crime in the background yet? Fifi is on camera. She's delegated the crime today. Gerry is on crime duty. Good morning, Manna. But yeah, I need to decide between either playing something spooky, reading something spooky, or cooking something spooky. So those are my current choices. But I think I'm being asked to do something on maybe Tuesday and Wednesday. So I would have to find, I guess I'd have to do it on Monday, which means I probably would have to eat all of the things. Spew. Make a spooky book about video games. Wait, what? I do have a key for a spook. Well, I don't think it's that spooky, but it's like a sock pop style game called Groon, is it? Something like that. It begins with a G. So I was thinking I could play that. But it's difficult because I'm doing like a double shift on Halloween now. Because we've got Tears of the Kingdom and... Have you made much progress with the book club? But I finished it when I was on holiday. I finished it like over a week ago. So I'm just hoping that it sticks in my head now for the rest of the time. Where did she go? Fifi? Aha. I think there's something going on outside again now. So I think it spooked her under the table. She's boop. But yeah, I do have so many... Oh my gosh, it's so noisy here at the moment. Not just because of Gerry doing whatever work he's working on. I wonder if Gerry's in... Hang on, I'm going to focus on Fifi whilst trying to see what the boy is doing. Oh, he's in his box. He has this box he really likes being in at the moment. And every day I fill it with hay, and every day he kicks the hay out. And it's our little routine. But he's in there. Hi. Big sniffer. There you go. He kicks the hay out and then he gets inside the box. And then he likes to be inside the box for a bit. Well, that's what he do. And then every day at night, every night, as some people would word it, I stuff all of this hay back in and then he begins again. Hello? You having fun? You in your hay box? The first time he did it, I could not find him for ages, and then all of it, because he was just sat in it, and he hadn't really kicked the hay out, and all I could see was this tiny little snoot peeking out of the box, and I was like, oh, there he is. So yeah, but now I know he does it. I'm not as worried. Just at first it was a bit spookums. Gerry! Well, I guess it is time for me to, hello Fifi, to head off and go and do a comfort zone recording, with, oh, I'm having my hand sniffed. Hey Fifi, do you want to come to comfort zone? Yeah. Rob, are you able to do it? Oh, there she is. Are you able to do a raid, or should we do a manual raid? Hi. Zero dear. Hi. Should we go to animals? Should we go and see maybe otters? Should we go see the otters, Gerry? No, he's still got too much to do in his box. Bless he. But yeah, I will go and have my breakfast, and then hopefully remember my dreams, as it has been a few weeks now. But I will see you all at 2 for something. I can't remember. Well, I will decide what I'm going to do. But either way, it'll be at 2 this afternoon. Sorry it's been so noisy today. Hopefully these roadworks will be done soonish. And it won't be so noisy in the mornings. Hopefully it won't be noisy this afternoon as well. But yeah, look after yourselves. Be good. Stay snuggled up in your hay boxes. And I shall speak to you all soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Gerry. You having fun in there? I wonder how close I can get. Can I reach over? Oh, hi. There you go. Lovely interior design. Beautiful. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh.